Money, the bedrock of our financial future, allows us to plan beyond lifetimes. But imagine if every dollar, every digital credit simply vanished after 365 days. How would our lives, our economies, our very ambitions transform? And let's find the answer to the question, what if? In a world where money perishes after a year, the very foundation of financial security crumbles. Traditional piggy banks and retirement funds become relics as the concept of monetary saving for future security grows obsolete. Individuals would constantly seek to convert their expiring cash into non-expiring assets, forcing a radical rethinking of retirement planning and emergency preparedness. Financial institutions too would transform, abandoning long-term cash holdings for rapid conversion services, facilitating quick shifts into physical assets or immediate services. Investments would gravitate towards short-term, high-turnover projects or quickly acquired durable goods. Consequently, every purchase would become a strategic decision to avoid value loss. People would prioritize durable goods, essential services, valuable experiences, or items that yield immediate, non-monetary returns rather than passively accumulating abstract wealth. This constant race against the clock would redefine financial wisdom. Imagine money changing hands faster than ever. People would frantically spend expiring funds, creating a constant, dizzying whirlwind of economic activity. The entire financial system would prioritize rapid circulation over static accumulation, ensuring every unit of currency is always on the move rather than sitting idle. This situation naturally fosters an intense use it or lose it mentality across society. Businesses would drastically adapt, embracing just-in-time production and services designed for immediate consumption. Hoarding inventory, raw materials, or even corporate cash reserves would be utterly pointless, demanding constant adaptation and lightning-fast turnover. The very definition of rich would paradoxically transform in this urgent landscape. Wealth wouldn't be about accumulating static currency, but rather the swift and strategic ability to acquire and utilize valuable goods and services before they vanished. This constant pressure to circulate wealth would fuel an astonishing, relentless economic dance. With money's fleeting nature, true wealth would transcend expiring bills, finding its bedrock in enduring value. Tangible assets would stage a magnificent comeback. Think land, real estate, precious metals, art, even high-quality tools or productive livestock. These become the ultimate, non-expiring sanctuaries for long-term value, serving as the new benchmarks for true affluence. Beyond physical goods, human capital would soar in significance. Indispensable skills, specialized services like medical expertise, craftsmanship, and education represent non-expiring assets that consistently generate new, though temporary, income or direct invaluable utility. For substantial long-term transactions, the ancient barter system would experience a quiet but powerful resurgence. Direct exchanges of goods or services would cleverly bypass the transient currency, fostering vibrant local economies founded on reciprocity, mutual support, and shared tangible resources. This shift prioritizes lasting contributions over fleeting cash. Work, wages, and our social connections would transform profoundly in a world of expiring money. Labor dynamics would shift dramatically, with wages likely paid far more frequently, perhaps weekly or even daily, and often as a combination of temporary currency and more stable, non-expiring assets or direct services. The emphasis wouldn't be on abstract career ladders or accumulating expiring wealth, but on acquiring immediately useful skills and providing tangible value right now. This environment would foster entrepreneurship focused on rapid value creation. Crucially, community and reciprocity would flourish as individuals lacking long-term monetary security increasingly rely on shared skills, tangible resources, and mutual support to navigate the constant economic cycle, truly living in the present. In a world of expiring money, nations would be on a constant financial treadmill. Governments couldn't hoard wealth, forcing an urgent cycle of tax collection and immediate spending on essential services or defense. Long-term projects might increasingly rely on community-funded initiatives or decentralized governance. International trade would transform. Global transactions would pivot from currency to direct commodity exchanges, long-term service contracts, or recognized non-expiring global reserve assets like rare earth minerals or intellectual property. The very concept of trade deficits or surpluses would become unrecognizable. Geopolitical stability would also see a profound shift. While the inability to amass vast monetary reserves might reduce some traditional power imbalances, it could also spark new tensions, with nations vying fiercely for control over tangible, non-expiring expiring resources, or forging alliances based on shared physical assets. It's a global landscape constantly in motion, where tangible value dictates power and survival. Expiring money would dismantle traditional savings, accelerate consumption, and shift value to tangible assets and skills, fundamentally rewiring society. In your opinion, what if money has an expiration date, losing its value after a year? Share your thoughts in the comments.